I mean, Tommy, the advancement that he's made, because his last fight, like we had Ryan Garcia on, he was a thing or two about boxing. He goes, his first round, he goes, wow, Tommy's gotten a lot better. He goes, if you watch his last fight, he goes, I predicted Jake was going to knock him out too with you. He goes, he's gotten so much better. Yeah. I said, that's what's tough on predicting fights, where a guy has 6 fights, the other has 7 fights. The advancement they make, who knows? Like, you're basing off what, you know? So you're based off, I'm biased. The Paul brothers are my boys. I don't know Tommy, but if you look at Tommy's last fight, he didn't look anything like this. He looked phenomenal. He looked good. Well, uppercut was there all night.
I know.
I thought it was very easy to score. I thought Tommy won at least 5 to 6 rounds.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But also, like, I thought to myself, he's got about the best camp you could get, or certainly.
I'm never worried about that. I mean, Jake has a good camp too. No, never. I don't give a fuck.
Do you think his camp is nearly as good as?
I don't care about camps. My whole thing was just. Tommy's never been in a main event. He's never gone past 5 rounds. He's never been in a big situation. How's he going to handle the pressure? We don't know.
Oh, I see.
Jake hasn't fought a traditional boxer.
Yeah.
And
a young guy.
Tommy's been boxing and a young guy.
Strong guy.
So there's all these X factors. So yeah, decision. It's all good.
I thought to myself, those guys are going to watch Jake and they're going to see what his tendencies are, and they're going to give him a game plan that he can follow. That's kind of what I thought. He looked really good.
He looked great. Avoid the right hand.
And then I thought to
he
myself,
was susceptible to the left hook all night. He kept getting hit with the left hook.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself,
it was a sloppy fight, but they have 7 fights.
I was about to say that.
Fights.
I was about to say that. So it was sloppy, but I was about to say, like boxing's really fucking hard, and you're supposed to look like that
Everything's
after
hard.
7.
Yeah.
After 7 times, like that's. He's been boxing. Jake's been boxing what, 3 years?
3 years.
He
looked like a guy that had 7 fights. Yeah, he looked like he had 7 fights.
Yeah.
And 7 fights in 3 years isn't a lot. Most guys have 30 fights.
Yeah, so 3 years is not a long. Like like you make fun of me, but I really did work hard at boxing in terms of like enough to know how hard it is and how there's something about the speed and the margin for error. And if you haven't been doing it forever, and if you start, even though he still started fairly late compared to a lot of guys.
He's young though, and he's athletic, so he can make up that with his training.
But I just thought I was watching him, and I was like, man, boxing's hard. That makes sense.
It's all hard. But they need each other. Like before the fight, me and Howie Mandel, I was like, loser goes home. Like loser's career's over. Like if
I don't agree on that one.
Well, no, hold on, hear me out.
Yeah.
So if Jake were to flatline Tommy, his career's over.
Yeah.
If Tommy flatlined Jake, Jake, get your bags, you're out. Decision, all right, we can do this again. Because as Jake said, judge me by my losses. Now we're gonna find out if Jake actually wants to be a boxer.
That's right.
Because he can make money doing anything. Coming off a loss, like the losses fucking suck. So now let's see what he's made of. Now, if you actually want to do it, get better, go back in the gym. He should have posted a video today, him doing road work or training or something to prove that he wants this as bad as we think he does. Because everyone's saying it's just a cash grab. No, prove us wrong. So now we'll see how much he wants to be a boxer based on his next fight. But Tom, don't get twisted. Tom only has, 8 or 9 fights?
Yep.
Tommy ain't fighting another legit boxer who's undefeated with 9 fights. They need each other. So there's going to be a rematch, or there's Logan Paul there, there's Nate Diaz,
100%.
Conor down the road. But they need each other.
Yep.
Because they're in the boxing lane, but then the fast lane, entertainment lane. You don't want to get out of that lane and fight
the good news
the real guys. No, just keep making $20 million fighting each other.
You could see that. You could see
and
that.
fuck the haters.
But you could
just keep making money.
You could see with Jake. You could see he needs a lot more time. It's because
they both do.
Because I'm sorry, but like stand up, there are certain things that I don't give a fuck who you are. Takes forever.
It takes time.
And so, he doesn't want to get in there with like a guy who's had, some of these boxers.
40 fights? No. Like a real top guy?
Very bad.
And they were going to rank, if Jake won, they're going to rank him in the top 15? Okay, well, if you're going to rank him top 15, he's going to fight 14, 13, 12. He's going to fight the 16, 17.
Those guys are no joke.
No, they're monsters.
Yeah.
But that's where the lines get blurred. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, yeah, he's good for only having 6 to 7 fights. So is Tommy. They're both flawed as shit and have a long way to go. I hate to tell you, neither one's going to be world champ.
No.
Tommy doesn't have a long career in this.
No.
They need each other.
Yes.
So they should rematch or fight at Logan, but stay in that lane and make 100%. The money. Don't jump over.
I thought about that for Jake. Guys. I was like, do you really want to do this? Like, I think I'm really excited about the rematch.
Find out.
I'm excited about the rematch, but I thought to myself, like, what's the upside of actually trying to go for it as a boxer?
But what's go for it mean? What's go for it mean? Like,
go for it doesn't mean an actual ranked boxer where you're fighting real ranked guys.
No,
to me, it's like,
that's
what's
not his
the
future.
Point of that?
I think the go for it for him is beat Tommy, beat Nate, then hopefully get Conor, fight your brother, and you 4 or 5 fights and get out of it.
Exactly. That's
like if your goal is to fight like a Canelo? No. What do you?
And he says that sometimes, but I'm like,
well, he's trolling, but he knows.
Let me ask you this: do you think that because he's famous and because
any
he's
carrots?
no, does he in his camp when he has sparring partners? Do you think the sparring partners go easier?
No.
They don't.
No. This is stupid. No.
No?
He wouldn't make it this far. Jake trains hard as shit.
I know he trains hard as
Trains
shit.
his
I'm
ass
saying
off.
with sparring.
He-
What who do you bring?
High
in
level
for him?
guys.
You bring high level
guys.
who are moving around with him.
Yes,
Yeah.
that are similar.
They're not.
No. They're trying to knock him out. No. He goes all out. His sparring's insane. His sparring, I think, is too hard. Like they go balls out. Yes, because he's with, and that's the boxing community. Like training is sparring. Nobody takes it easy, in boxing. That's not what they do. The sweet science, they fuck each other up. Yeah. Jake's in that world, and his coaches are straight, legit, world-class boxing coaches.
Yeah.
They're giving him the works.
Damn.
But, again, it takes time.
It takes time. I think he's
For both
I
of
think
them.
he's as good as it gets for that much. 3 years, he's done amazing.
Even Ryan Garcia said this. He goes, people want to make fun of he's fighting MMA guys. He's fighting harder competition than I fought in my first 6 fights.
Oh, yeah,
And Floyd, Canelo. He goes, he's like, for him to be only 6 fights in fighting these type of guys,
8 rounds?
he goes, it's really tough.
Yes.